This is Forbidden Island. Forbidden Island is a cooperative game, meaning all the players, instead of being against each other, are actually on the same team trying to defeat the board. Okay, so what they are doing in this game is, to win, you need to have all 4 of these markers. Everybody needs to get to the helicopter landing, and then you need to take off from the island before it sinks beneath you. Okay, if the island sinks before you can do that, you lost the game, but if everyone is able to do that, all the players win the game. They're all on the same team. Okay, notice 6 tiles have been randomly put face down. This means that they are close to sinking into the abyss, right? So they are partly sunk right now. Okay, on your turn, you're going to do 3 actions. Out of these 3 actions, you can do 4 things. First thing is really easy. You can move your token, right? So let's say it's Yellow's turn right now, okay? Yellow, I would move my token maybe there for 1 action. Okay, I have 2 more actions I can do. The second thing I can do is I can shore up, meaning I can flip face down tile face up again to prevent it from sinking. Okay, and the third thing, well, let's just say I just move again, right? I move again for my 3rd action. But what you can also do is, if you're on the same spot as another player, you can give them a card from your hand and put it into their hand, which is useful because in order to get one of these relics, you would need to have 4 cards of the same type and be on a tile with that symbol, right? And that's the 4th thing you can do. Is turn in 4 cards of the same symbol on a spot with that symbol to then take that artifact, right? And you need all 4 of these. Get there and take off before the island sinks and you win. Okay. After you are done taking your 3 actions, you are going to draw 2 cards from here to add to your hand. All right. There's a bonus he can play later, but this is really good, right? 3 of those 4. If he gets 1 more of these, he'd be able to get that. Okay, so other players might take their action to give him 1 of these from their hand. Okay, the last thing you do is you look at this Dangerous Waters thing. This says 2, so I'm going to draw the top 2 cards of this island deck, and I'm going to flood these spots. In that case, I'm going to flood the observatory, right? So that goes from face up to face down. Okay, the second one, remember I'm doing 2, is this, the Cave of Shadows, right? So then I come over here to my map, and I find the Cave of Shadows, and then I turn that face down. Okay, so that is my turn. Next player goes. Next player is green. He is going to do 3 actions. First action is move, and then for 2 and 3 he's going to shore up here and here, because you can shore up where you're at and 1 spot around you, not diagonally, unless your special power is to do things diagonally, which actually that is Green's special power. Green's special power is he is the diagonal dude. He can do stuff diagonally. Okay, so that was his 3 actions. Then he draws the top 2 cards of this deck. Okay, add to his hand. Okay, and then we hope we don't get a Water's Rise card. Okay, so whenever you hit this, you instantly follow the directions. Move the water level up a tick. So this will go from here to here. Thankfully, it's still pointing at the 2. Shuffle the flood discard pile and place it on top of the deck. So the exact same tiles are going to continue to be hit again and again and again. And that is not good for our players. Okay, so these are shuffled and put on top of the deck, and then last thing they do, discard this. Okay, right, so then he has to draw 2 cards from the top. Okay, Tidal Palace. Tidal Palace is already face down, which means it sinks into the abyss, which is very sad, right? And then the card also goes away with that. Okay, the next card he draws is Copper Gate, right? But because he shored that up, this only goes face down. So that was really fortunate that that does not begin to sink. Okay, so you continue to do this. You go around clockwise. Everyone has their own special power, right? For example, yellow can move other people. Green is the diagonal dude. Pilot, he can use 1 action to just kind of fly anywhere on the board he wants. Red, instead of taking a separate action for shoring up, he can just take 1 action to shore up 2 tiles. Okay, so those are their special abilities, right? You continue to play until either the island sinks beneath you, in which case you lose, or until you get all of these, right? So later on in the future, if this player got a fourth one of these, he would be able to use an action, right, to go to that spot, and he'd be able to use one of his 3 actions to discard all these to get this relic. Once you have all 4 relics, get to the helicopter site, and then use this card to fly off the island and win the game. Okay, so it's a cooperative game, all 4 players are on the same side, and that is the basic of how you play. This is Forbidden Island.